submarining the depths of uncharted monotony. And so it's seeming, so I so sit your reasoning, enchanted with the meaning of a last gasp bluff, dry locked in the mud. I rock well-oiled mittens for catching lost religions of the fed with the fans who like the heat but not the tan. I stand warped just to sit, ponder, jostle with the gist. You gave a shit about me then, and now you wanna form a clique. I'm the same guy, less time, you cutting there's a line. I drew it in the sand and nature took it, that's the plan. And the other gets a chuckle, befuddled by the rubble. I'll make a stone collection and organic value double. Cause I know one caught it subtle, acting words in the claws, taking people's legs apart with two crooked eyes and gauze. Doesn't this room need emotion? I'm starving while you're roasting. Overcooked the dish, I'm rarely served what I wish is for a steady stream. That means I'm still developing my taste, slowly moving towards the passion, passively passing the waste as I deem it ever changing. Inexplicable, get lost, the interval roundabout memory just sits and sways up home in the wind. 10 cups crushed by one chorus, too much enough already. With the medley, I live rerunning tunnels, flash ugly, often it softens introspection. Watches the passerbys angle in the jettison. Less is no more, and waste is a tour through the scrap metal yards as dead souls walk a jaw door. Leaves possibilities for unforced re-entry. Stratospheric symphonies huddle towards naivety. Leave these pieces and I'll put them back together. Just trust in me, please. I know we can make it better, but the pitfalls abound as I tinker with sound and leave another pile for something fake can't defile. I found it again amongst the discorded shots, happy with alone as the wanderer with thoughts. At last, my love, rock gentle in the night and breathe through my cage with whatever song you like. This is how it goes when you know that no one was right. On the round of even keel, pause working with the light, and as it was said in the past, free open crash. Fantastic light tripped and went clear into the rip, continuing to eternal absorption, aggregate contortion. Some of my heart got diminished by my art, and that's he had no idea what was gonna happen. He walked in, and it was fucking crazy. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go. It was nuts. So, not gonna see if you can comment like at all. Go look for that. You know, that's great. Like I give a shit. You know. Gingerly, I tried to find my keys that lock all the doors from 93. I gotta keep my growth sacred, haunts adjacent. Names inscribed outside on the preparatory pavement, slate to the memoir. Stardust isolated on the plains with a rusty musket. Muskrat loved to Mustang Sally. Skipped all the dances while they cheered at the rally. Yeah, call me alone. Back then for love, a pocket full of squares for the fight of despair. Raging just don't come fast enough. I home body of fire until the sun arrives. I had an easy time shaking hands with the surface. Pounds for the G's and a two for the worthless. First of all, no mating calls. Always afraid of the lack of skill I display. Stall, tell her a joke, and then tell her you're late. Then tell her goodbye until yourself you got a date. Can't wait too long with the mysterious song. There's absolutely no line between the here and they're gone. Excitement to boredom, what's he thinking? I got an idea, forgotten symbols and I'm shrinking. Sucking hard, eyeboard open wide. Blue lights that I kept all awake inside. Swipe the cards for my own little box. I'll have the most paper when I run it start to rot. That's all I see. Saw the end of my degree. I got another quarter home. Is it cool if I don't go? They don't care. We're all so scared. The family separation evidenced by the stairs. Child impaired, it's not your fault. I'm a product of failure. Plain and simple, no mailer. Books and tell her I wrote this to tell her exactly if we ever pulled. I felt at that moment, and he didn't have any fucking clue. And it was all chronological chapters. Yeah, the order, because it was index, appendix, front page. It was spectacular. Paperback. Now I don't know if to use that word, but that's all I can think of. Hand drawn inscription on the sign. Gin and tonic is my pain of pleasure. Ration it out like my father's favorite treasure. Mind over life, over chords, over measure. Put it on the shelf like I'm gonna put it together. And several EXs drowned in the tears. Rocking back and forth with you two in the ears. On the shadow boxing with compounded hurt. We inherit the wound to the womb when we came. After they came, after some foolish game. Point set and match, walk away and detach. Child brings joy, a child brings pain. And a child brings a life that you can't contain a refrain. The same stains, encrypted stanzas, articulated if it's absolutely no answers. Ask me again and I'll tell you the same. no, I'm not going in. Yeah, I sold the train. I throw it out like she does, talk like he does, calling all cause I think he's got a little peach fuzz. Buzzing the rear, little long up top. You can call me Ray with a full color pop. Holla back, younger cause I'm coming ready and not. Vented all the grooves so the glue snippers stay hot. On another trail, holy grail, don't you bear. We got another world soccer this month in the mail. Steal my thunder and take my light. At least I remember what childhood's like, and at least I was man enough to tell you the truth. So the least you could do is give me time on the roof. Here's the school, pillow drooled, and all the idiosyncrasies that make you cool. Be yourself and tolerate your neighbors. Growing old sucks, so suck it up and meet your makers. You're not gonna make it for another fucking thing. You don't make a goddamn box. I can make what I need. Box for the box. And you can make what you damn spouse. And goddamn never the twins. I'm gonna show sound fucking here. Anything. I don't want it's all up in the air. It's anything that you know. Who knows? Nothing. Who knows? Yeah, I'll get with that shit. Swing someday Swoll. She opened up a bag that he can't even close. It all spilled right out, stagnant on the couch. He couldn't operate, safer under sedation. Time goes slow with no sense of control. She doesn't even carry Mary, frowns upon a union down lookers like I wonder secondhand pain. Feed into the tangle of a man estranged. A strange shifted lane. What kind of plane ride ends with the pilot's voice in cabin saying let's be friends? I couldn't really call it, never fell for all psychotics, but losing chicha high screams for some kind of narcotic. So pour me a mood swing someday Swoll. She opened up a bag that he can't even close. Or pour me a mood swing some days high. She opened up her mouth and could never shut up. Pour me a mood swing someday Swoll. She opened up a bag that he can't even close. And pour me a mood swing sometimes high. I guess I need to get a life, but why? Perfect I am, just like any other human, lost in my assumptions of her figures explanation. Plans still waiting for my neglected ass. Took it up off of my weight and go water the grass. Ain't greener cause I cut it with a clever cleaver that couldn't remember. So they prayed for next September to bring some sort of new. The closest God could do was doing sustenance. We'll take it, I guess. Nothing goes in accordance to individual and I'll salad off the boat. No use if you forgot to render cheese from the goat. Oh, cat's got your tongue, I wish. It's my own private Wichita that your presence gets me pissed. And I don't miss what's remote, I just hate what I have. Jack get slow loves in a heart that's like my dad's. You might have fucked her, but I love her, maybe here to stay. It's not like you care, but I'ma say it anyway. Raise 4-track plays as I paraphrase lines. Skydiving impulses lying static inside. I quit smoking hella times, yet my throat still hurts. I guess the moral of the story is just knowing what works, and do it to the dirt. Is your neighbor to savor eternal kinship? Now who says water ain't a flavor? Savior? More like running sprinklers just might make you forget. This motion never rests, it doesn't really rest. It just takes breaths and breaths take lives to where that last one resides. I'm floored all the time, corroding dosage aside, forming galvanized lives as realities widen. End of an affair when I stopped wearing underwear. The hell did she go? I guess the traffic must be slow. I count my lucky stores, keep myself up to par, and leave it up to chance as the heroes do their war dance. I don't ask or tell. Hell, my cousin's in the closet and I never told her so. Well, you're not, you know, the type to talk and activate the repercussions, aggregate the state of the nation, living in sin. By the way, my dear friend, would you like to take my constitutional to small institutions where they help the delusion on? In the family trees and feuds, fees and fugues, me and you. I hate oxtail stew, but I'm cool with mac and cheese. May I have some more, please? Oh, why the hell not? It's the only appetite I got, and after that it's time to clean up my drawers and other chores. I'm older, sadder, tatter, rapture tied up with string. Throw her underwear inside and I'm my favorite things. I'm my favorite things. I'm my favorite things. Throw it inside and I'm my favorite things. Echination. Two for the bass, 3 for Ellen Train, and 4 for dub plates. Leave all your mistakes and take it like the breaks. Toss it to the wind, you're a product of your kin. Second-hand skin, explore expanse within. Exponent time wasn't made for you to win. So savor all the flavors and find yourself a neighbor, or find yourself alone. You can choose how you roam about the streets, beats of planks. I used to live inside a tank and thought it out of hand, living life self-damned. Self-imposed corner, little known, soul controller. Walk about out back, breathing air through a straw hat. My shack's not yours, in a way to understand. Walk a mile in my moccasins and never hit the sand. I know that I can never know you. I've got so many lies, building homes on impulse. Static inside, change the take of the tilt, adding up to 1 full pint of guilt. She had a house on stilts I made many moons ago. She didn't like the craftsmanship though, so I left on the trade wind's bow. Around the continent, content shift, but I never miss. So wish I could stay with. That's not the song's gist. I like things that drift, a mixture of some class and thrift, and act to cast, and I don't fit. I'm on my way back to those bus stops missed. I'm on my way back to those bus stops missed. On my way back. It goes 1 for the treble, 2 for the bass, 3 for Ellen Train, and 4 for dub plates. 5 you're alive, and 6 for the dive, 7 for mistakes that don't lighten their embrace. 1 for the treble, 2 for the bass, 3 for Ellen Train, and 4 for dub plates. And 5 you're alive, and 6 for the dive, and 7 for mistakes that don't lighten their embrace. Step 1.
first time, that's where the feeling and everything is. And after that, you start going downhill. So, it's more like a challenge when you do that. You know that you got to play it correctly the first or second take, or that's it. You would take it anyhow. If you mess up, well, that's it. That's your problem. You have to hear that all the rest of your life.
We talk about important things, don't we? We talk about important things, don't we? We talk about important things, don't we? We talk about important things, don't we?
She pawned away till the box came out, and she was into as the box closed from doubt is if to say she was over and done, released from a life. The time she spent full of pain disappeared through the tears of the night. You see, it ain't cut and dry, it's just cutting. You can dry what you want, keep it all inside. Whatever you choose, we're losing grip, so I just let go and cast away the pulse. Living to die, now that's the phrase of the month. And so I started this club, it's called Isolation. It has a sapphire blue form of medication, not to mention it's outpatient. Cause if you live inside the salty waves capsize, an overloaded load just leads to flat lines. So spill that wine. Spill that wine.
We talk about important things, don't we? We talk about important
lies just to please.
We talk about
she answered all the problems I need.
We talk
but
about
it's no one's fault, really. Something just don't ring true. I've had a lot of white sleep and even used it to percent degrees. Now please, I'm just trying to calculate. There's some spreading going on, and I wish that you could wait, but that hunger burned. I could see it through the ash. One eating glasses to make out another's act, man. It's build up laws and rules. I mean, things don't just happen, but some people do, or choose to do. Place the fault line elsewhere, where else eradicated altogether. Count to zero, pull the lever, sever your severity. Is it really heredity to calculate infinity? I drove myself crazy underwater over basement, and my pedestals adjacent to another fucking plaintiff. So fuck off and take a day trip. Now maybe I could breathe when your collar is my sleeve, but I'm guessing probably not. So plan B is simply leave me outlet pipe leading to the night. As an evening stroll is just a thing for me to make my head right, and right I shall till it doesn't make sense, till I fill up all the pages with anything but hooks, hence the ADT in perpetual relief. I'm done rechecking work until somebody gets hurt, and I doubt that much is my delivery lacks punch. It's just memories rehashed to the tune of phonographs. I begin trying to take it all in, to find I can't take it all at, or even just a tap on the shoulder. I've sobered to the past as the water runs its path on the last of my peaks. I've tried to take a seat as I reach inside the weeks, but my lucky number's 1, cause I always end with sucking on a faded piece of where did this go when the throes are folding over and over. So I sit still, silly me, ability to fathom all the atoms in my tree. Don't be scared, I paint with numbers. 2 to a screw-face chromosome guarding their own little soldiers. Unfortunately, we have a big white elephant parked on the shag whose name is never ever spoken. I touched the rim of his glasses, waiting for my own see-through to present. I had excitement, a gentle flotation, the weightlessness of anxious coupled with the sense of that song notation. I didn't follow footsteps, just observe the strictness of sequence, the ones, the zeros, preoccupation. Everyone's a think tank, the ranks spread, not really stacked. And then there's electricity, glowing neon wavelengths, protruding hair like wires, mold, hiding, ignoring. He knows everything that you don't care about, and I love that about it. Big words from the library of finding God through imitation leads to adulation, and everybody knows you need it. It made you nature, your nurture. I look at the furniture while sleeping on the floor. It's all artificial intelligence. Close the book. Let's play catch. You wanna play catch again? You wanna play catch
Might be nice to buy a bitch something.
I never loved another like her before. Heels on the floor recall so much more than I can fit into descriptions of such mundane things. However, sensory memory is triggered whenever entering hints of sensor. Oh, this taste of touch. I love experiencing life on all five fronts and recalling the months that slowly turned to years. Remembering how joy then turned to tears. See, there's a drop in the bucket in an ice-filled glass, a small wooden chest containing words that don't last. I left it in the past, but it walks with my shadow folding into beauty as I gaze across the mantle with pictures that lie like we were happy all the time. Yesterday's magic crystallized just fine as I breathe that sea-swept air out on my cares. They get cast aside as our destinies collide within space, without time, within waste, without rhyme, with a little touch of light from the tears of a night like this. I miss so many things. I wish it could go back or stay the special way. Let my happiness relax its back against your will to grow and let it flow. Just don't let go. We've got so much soul occupying the same. We've got so much to share. I can't believe you won't carry any more weight in the waiting room of 8 is enough. And all these people might as well be stuffed. It doesn't really make a matter. One day we'll be cadavers, but before I drift, I just wanted to tell you this. Love on the rocks, watch the pointy stormy shoals for more of what you don't need. You're begging, you plead, but you can take back that piece. Everything gets released. Real hearts don't bleed, they explode. I'm swallowed whole, so love on the rocks, watch the pointy stormy shoals for more of what you don't need. You're begging, you plead, but you can take back that piece. Everything gets released. Real hearts don't bleed, they explode. I'm swallowed whole, so love on the rocks, watch the pointy stormy shoals for more of what you don't need. You're begging, you plead, but you can't take back that piece. Everything gets released. Real hearts don't bleed, they explode. I'm swallowed whole, so love on the rocks.
Might be nice to buy a bitch something.
She was my spring, summer, counting on another. Fall, winter, who always came to dinner like a good little lass. Or for boys still from Chapel Hilltop, existing in a teardrop castle. How foolish it was as I heard just dubs over a one-lane track that used to act like it's love. Well, if the blank fits, run from the chalk, and if the thing floats, then head for the docks on the waterfront, shoulder hooked for unloading vessels. A little off the top, never suffers a lot as we're lost in heart matters. Surviving cadavers, a cavalier with goods of cloth, metal, and wood. You feel the loss or hide from admittance. It's your choice, taught or learned inside a prison. I've risen from the depths just to bend back down. I guess my cage bird sings when no one's around. The sound of you leaving So I'm going to go and we'll both take care with our love on the rocks washed upon the stormy shores. For more of what you don't need, you're begging your plate, but you can't take back that piece. Everything gets released. Real hearts don't bleed, they explode. I'm swallowed whole. So love on the rocks washed upon your stormy shores. For more of what you don't need, you're begging your plate, but you can't take back that piece. Everything gets released. Real hearts don't bleed, they explode. I'm swallowed whole. So love on the rocks.
Might be nice to buy a bitch something.
The line captured in time is of the existential path I braced on the map. At last Atlas set down the craft, taking a well-deserved breather as J is to ether as of either, or made a point as they pour change into buckets. I highly doubt it fluctuates, I inculcate, you learn on the take, you make a learning curve with the class I turned out fish, and this is your LIVE. This is a mirror of sound into which I can see reason selfishly my lines drawn about my face. I think I used to draw, but nowadays I just trace memories in lovely days now gone forever, as the wind does trade those coast for coast, as the sun rises from the depths of one and then into the other I plunge. Swimming with birds seems so absurd, but then again so did communicating well we found words, and flying with a person just didn't make sense. Yet stuck on the ground, company is too dense, get off the fence and take this chance to dance the world stage. Stretch the canvas, stop the madness, and activate an ad-lib off the cuff. Shoot from the hip as you sideways drift through the oily topographs of mauves into blacks, of corns into cracks, with a little piece of daft laughs on the track. Hi-hat to the fade, fuck your charade. I got a new plague book made in an undisclosed locale. Oh, not so cal, so close to fantastic. I didn't have to practice. You say, what's this magic? Well, it's under your nose, it's up your sleeve, and everywhere I suppose I pose a threat. Quick to count a half step, highly self-critical and deprecating residual. Still I pull right on through. Always a win for the sail, always a rain for the cool. Straight, no chase, living up to fate, spinning infinite chaos might just push me clear, left of what I feared, or into darkness. Grasp, I gasp for love, but don't feel it. Sometimes conceal it, others don't reveal it, but when it comes it goes, leaving you out in the cold of alone, the solitude, the glad to make friends with yourself, like you don't die just like everyone else. Just like everyone else, he will. Lost in transit, calculating aggregates, casting plaintiffs in the mere still surface. I leave the allure and pray for latter-day bites, but saints don't come, they're too busy with last rites. God leavens earth with spirits for what they're worth, grown and mundane, looking to chase away the rain. But here comes the sorrow with loves and no tomorrow, and I'm supposed to persevere as if I know what it means. What I seem to define just leans with time, working your way to the edge till sedated and dead. I need directions, even if they're false, and Lord knows I need protection from my friends and their faults, and my own, now more than ever. I've been cleaved to see by what the floor think I need another break, a broken ended sidestep the 11 toss, straight and narrow floors out the sparrow, taken from flight and here to circumference the land of make and take my tide as it's next to the muck nestled rake. I'm out of luck and change, so no bus on the horizon, sun glisten bison, cry riveted rivers as an archer's arrow quivers with the tuning fork's appearance. Excuse me, sir. No, that's it. I think I'm lost and can you fucking look at me and help? I found a Swoll, no wait, I found a lake. I lost my love, or maybe it just couldn't translate. So where's this legend averting higher brethren? Take me there with an arrow I don't care to see again in the midst of leaflets. Reset the clock to synchronize with my shock, screaming impossibilities behind my law. The mask hides straight dire as the owner's now a liar. The owner's now a liar. On top of this, a pound swept under nothing. Keep turning your head. This act is not buffing the holes of your story, stained with seniority's ignorance as you dance with the truth. Straight, no chasery, reality arranger. What's next? Half steps adding up to less behavior, habit tattooed, habits breathing gusts of insanity without organization. We'd be floating without gravity, and I get nauseous in crowds, so spinning infinite chaos might just push me. Clear out the envelope, filter nears his corner storage bulkhead seizes opportune grievance. I love the fog like a full bottle, and that's where they are, the ones we miss. We wish to touch the gist, but have to settle for a kiss blown out. It stretches, pulling us apart. Out our hand reaches to hold on to the art, but alas, it cannot. In the windswept sand lie, a mother waits for son. However, he never comes. In a way she knows and doesn't want to say as the trees implode under the pressure of her pain. And I heel toe feet to the tune of my soul. It's an open-ended chorus line that kicks through the folds, which try to hold them by, but I don't really pay no mind to the pseudo-solidified, acting harder than a diamond. My time is now, pounding rhythms on the ground, spreading my strides, vibration to envelop with sound. Inside the essence stirs, tears tear the course with whims. I call the cattle back to accompany my source and fork after fork in the road. I sold the map, rather be it out on my heart than have a guided travel path. As a matter of fact, man, I bleed for what I need. The wounds just make me stronger as the roots proceed to slowly grow into trees, giving up I pedal what it needs. Yes, yes, y'all, please speak after you breathe. It's natural law, riding double barrel with cause. Who wants some peace? I do, so time to pause and leave it all open. Spilled over the curb, must be the energy of something, man, I can't quite call it. So I wrote it a letter. Never trust a bitch with crooked eyes and names or A's the first character. Hard learn lessons, always ask questions. Sometimes make a statement with the back of your head and walk away. Toupees don't work quite the same, but nature's got a plan. Don't trip, you can't complain. I'm going with the rain. So it's take away the waist to the wayside, slide low, west side, ground control. Sidewalk surfer, suffer what you can. We all walk alone, but just smile if you can. I roll an ice cold grill, so who am I to talk? Just take a light on the page so that the chalk can be saved. Sidewalk surfer, suffer what you can. We all walk alone, but just smile if you can. I roll an ice cold grill though, so who am I to talk? Take a light on the page so that the chalk can be saved. Save it. just open for the course, taking rough hedges for the hard, learning lessons, documenting fist fights with myself over unresolved issues. Take a shadow walk stealth, whether at least I got my health, 1 foot in the grave. Lovers don't I live like off the handle with rage, and it's written on the drywall, rip, crack, burn. I found a way into the bell jar and licked my turn as dust piles grow into something morose, and the trash needs taking and the pencil keeps breaking, and my outlook's changing from simplified arrangements to misdirected slice of life, reality, entertainment. I'm enslaved to the paper, levitate makeshift birds. Don't fucking fly, so why even try? It's hope, lost love, cry around a vision. I see two brothers love, amplifying life's incision, and I'm missing what was taken in the wake of my mistaken identity is for Cajun, and I'm still beating pavement as the dead restores, and I pray to balls, walk into the mix down path along the sound. There's a million ways to control the DOC, and there's a million other ways that you can't be me. There's a million people watching, a million other idiots, a million ways for modern life to strip you of your innocence. Cast away the irony and lose another side of me. Bleeding on paper chases, unliving all my graces. All wounded soldiers rationed out by orders. Mine fights for peace, but is battered by the beast of placement. Walking lined out arrangement, I've been low to the ground to devolve all my enslavements. Crap shoots the dirt, headless chickens put in work. Home in time for suck, but paper soldier, bread and butter. But I never need another like I do right now. Solitary yet and still I got a partner in the mill. Love so lost, choked by the docks. Seagulls tend to flock around whatever crumbs I drop. Man, take it, you can keep it, I don't even need another piece of paper made to suck out all my favors. I minimize my vast disguise, burrow through the pile and take time down the aisle. A-I-S-I-N-K, I ran wide, private school every day of the reaching for a laugh, taking part of my trajectory, picking out a pin to insert into an effigy. Hate me now, man, cause later I won't care. I'm climbing out of gravity, my thins with the air.